Okay, guys, we are live. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, and show us you care. In the house tonight, two legends, absolute legends. Ivan Jennings, as usual, and Doug from the Dugout Football Channel is in. He's back. Hasn't been here since 1676, and he is here. Enjoy the night. We're going to chat about the Reds. We're going to regurgitate, talk about Ipswich in the weekend, the 4-1 win, of course. Just a little, won't dwell on it too long. I just want to get the boys' view on that win, and of course, PSV. Tomorrow night, the Champions League game, week 8. We have a very young team, very inexperienced team, gone over, loads left behind. We'll chat about that. And of course, the big one, 3 o'clock, I was going to say Anfield, the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth, Liverpool. Liverpool will need all their vitality to get a result on Saturday. Boys, how are you? All good?
Brilliant, yeah.
Good, mate. It's good to be back on here. It's been a long time, so thank you very much for having me this evening.
Gibbo's in the house. Oh, Gibbo, hope you're well. Look, guys, we'll just do a bit of a regurgitation and we'll have a quick chat about Liverpool Ipswich. Liverpool 4, Ipswich 1 at the weekend. At times it was like a training session. It really was. I think Liverpool went down levels right down when he went 3-0 up. It was over at half time. I was a little bit disappointed when you look at both halves. I mean, first half we won 3-0, second half was a 1-1 draw. You know what I mean? When you look at it that way. But it was all about the points, I suppose, at this stage. And it's all about getting the points, getting the wins, and getting the goals. And I suppose in the end, Doug, it was job done.
Yeah, job done. These are the kind of games that you have to win if you're wanting to win title. It's one of those ones where we have struggled in the past, but no, first minute we were right at it. We were right at it from the very off. And I've got to say, I think that's probably been our best performance of the season so far. Just the way we played. I mean, Dominic Szoboszlai was unbelievable. Cody Gakpo has completely brought his game up to a new level as well this season. And Mo does what Mo does, is scoring to go above Thierry Henry in the all-time Premier League goal-scoring list. So, yeah, but look, we needed to win. We knew that Arsenal had a tough game at Wolves. So it's all about just wins now, all about winning. And I've got to say, this coming weekend could be massive. Considering we go to Bournemouth, Arsenal play City, there could be a bit of a twist somewhere along the line. So I'm really looking forward to what's happening this weekend.
Look, lads, in the greater scheme of things, it's great to be a Liverpool fan. That's all I'm going to say. It's great. Right. We're in a great position. We've just got to maintain it and take it game by game. We're going to talk about Ipswich. Ivan, I just want your views on the Ipswich 4-1. We won't dwell on it too long because it's already in the past, but professional job.
Yeah, no, I thought we were excellent. And I think the performances kind of week on week are getting better. I think to Doug's point, the first 45 minutes was just awesome. I think he didn't call out Trent there, but I thought Trent was really good in that game as well. You know, we could have scored maybe 2 or 3 more. I think what Szoboszlai and Gakpo had other chances. It was too easy, and I think if we had gone for the juggler in the second half, it could have been anything, you know. But it's just get the results, no injuries, and keep kind of rocking. That's it. Just get those 3 points on the board, and we're there.
Yeah. Look, as I say, I mean, I think if we just take every game in its own little universe, I know in this chatting podcast or whatever you want to call it, we're actually looking at the 3 games: the Ipswich game, the PSV game tomorrow night, and of course the big one on Saturday. But it's just the way it is. I just think every game is its own little universe or a little bubble. Like tomorrow night's game, PSV, game week 8, Champions League. They need something, so they're going to go strong tomorrow night. They will want a great chance. The only thing is, loads of connotations in this one. Of course, Liverpool's backroom staff, and of course, Arne Slot, the bald one, is Dutch, being a Feyenoord manager. PSV, Feyenoord have a bit of a thing going on. So there'll be that niggle as well, you know what I mean? I'm sure PSV will want to get something over Arne Slot, and this probably won't be their best team. Liverpool will have a weakened team. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure Doug can tell you who's left behind. But I mean, look, even a draw wouldn't be a bad result. I think we're not too worried about winning it, but we have been on top most of it. It would be nice to finish top, Doug. Yeah,
100%. And yeah, the names that we've left behind is quite unbelievable. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Maka, Szoboszlai, Diaz and Salah have all stayed on Merseyside, which I think in the manner of things, especially with the games coming up, it's nice to see them get a rest, especially when you look at Gravenberch. I think he's played the most minutes of anybody this season. So for him to get a rest, for Mo to get a rest, for Van Dijk to get a rest, for Ali to get a rest, it's just the perfect game for us. And look, as we say, tomorrow night, we don't have to win. But would be nice to get the 8 from 8. But as you said at the start of the show, they do need to get something tomorrow, PSV. I think they're sitting
11th, is it?
11th, yeah. I think it's
something like that.
Like
and I mean, they have a chance if other results go. Anyway, guys, what do you think of this new format? I think it's quite. It's exciting in a way.
Yeah, I like it.
The last game, and still a lot to play for. And I mean, Liverpool have won 7 out of 7. And they haven't even guaranteed top spot. Think about it; it's unbelievable.
Yeah. And we play top teams as well. Like that, I think that's the other thing. I think the purpose was, when top teams were meeting, there was so much at risk that the games were just dull. And now, like, we've beaten Madrid already. Like we've had some really, really good games. I like the format, but like I don't care about the result tomorrow night because we're through. Because the problem is you could meet Madrid again, or you could meet another big team in the next round. And that really is the beauty of it. The goal is get qualify, don't be in the top 8, and you're in, and then you see where you go. I love the fact that Slot has left so many players behind. It's a real statement that we'll take our chances. We're through, and our big game is at the weekend.
I tell you, it'd be a real statement if they got a result tomorrow night with that team. You know what I mean? That's another way of looking at it. I like it rolling. I like continuity. I like confidence and all that. I like playing a good game tomorrow night. Whoever he puts out, he put out a decent 11. I'm sure he will. Felix Chiesa will probably get a game, and all these type of guys. But some of the young lads as well deserve a game, because you're not going to get many more chances when you think of it. After this game,
it's getting serious now.
It's cup games, knockout games. It's every 3 points in the league. So this is probably the last game where he can do it. Okay, Plymouth away, and even Plymouth away won't be easy in the FA Cup,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And especially when you look at the young squad that we've taken. Obviously, Nalo's there, Nioni's there, Morton is there, McConnell. It's a real sort of youth and experience, and it's I think when we look at the game tomorrow, it's PSV have got a very good home record. We need to be wary of that as well. But look, as we say, a draw will be enough to get top spot. Barcelona have a very tough game against Atalanta. We know what Atalanta did to us last season.
Yeah,
they've been very, very good in this Champions League so far. I mean, they drew with Arsenal, and they've beaten some very, very good teams along the way. So that won't be easy for Barca. So, but no, about tomorrow. Look, if we get a draw, if we get a win, it's fantastic. But as Ivan said, don't really matter about the result tomorrow. And then obviously look ahead to Saturday, and then obviously Spurs come to Anfield, and then, as we say, Plymouth, then it's Everton, and then I think it's Wolves after that. So
the games come ticking fast, boys. I mean, February's going to be a crazy month. There's a good chance to get into the cup final, the Carabao Cup. The second leg against Spurs is next Thursday week. We're 1-0 down, but the way Spurs are playing at the moment, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Something major going on there. And Plymouth away should realistically even can rest a few on that. And then the league games. I mean, it is, as I say, we're going to go on to the Bournemouth game now in a minute, because that is, you have to say, the big one when you think about it, upcoming. Take away the PSV game tomorrow night. I think we might get a draw tomorrow night. Even a draw will do us anyway. But we'll switch it now to the big one, 3 o'clock Saturday, the Vitality Stadium. We will need vitality coming out of our ears to get a result, because Bournemouth have already 5 or 6 wins in a row. 5-0 against Nottingham Forest that we went, what the hell? I didn't see some of the goals now. It was basically all the shots going in. Like, they were going through the legs and you were going into the corner. The keeper was onside. But I mean, they've been playing some stuff. Now, I know every game is different. They'll set up differently against Forest than they will against us. They won't be as open. They probably won't be as attacking. They'll sit back a bit more against us. They just won't want to do that. It'd be suicidal to do it. But, Doug, I'm expecting a tough game. But I think Liverpool play. If Liverpool play well, Liverpool will win.
Absolutely. We've got a good record at the Vitality as well. We've got a good record against Bournemouth, but I've got to say, they've been absolutely flying this season. To beat First of all, Newcastle away. I watched that game. That was one of the best games of the season so far. Both teams going at it, but Bournemouth's attacking style in that game was absolutely exquisite. And that is how you play football. And Donny Areola needs a lot of credit because he's done a fantastic job with Bournemouth. And look, it's going to be a very very tough game on Saturday. And you have to say, fair play to Bournemouth. I don't think anyone saw a 5-0 against Nottingham Forest. I mean, that was a big result for them. Probably like, when I look at that Newcastle game, they could have easily scored 5, 6, 7. They were very, very good then. And obviously they took out their anger on Nottingham Forest. But look, obviously the main threats for me, Semenyo, Cliver.
I like him. I like him. Semenyo.
Yeah, I do as well. So obviously Kirkej as well, another target for Bournemouth as well. They've just got so much quality around the pitch. But I think what's going to be very, very interesting in this game, if it is very, very tight, I can see us grinding out. We have a habit of grinding out results, and I don't think Bournemouth can. I think this game kind of suits us at the weekend because they're going to probably attack. We're going to probably attack, and it's whether or not they sort of sit back and defend what they've got. But I think our determination, willingness to grind out a result, I think makes us just slight favourites on Saturday.
I don't think they'll sit back. I mean, they're at home. They've nothing to lose, really. I mean, it's Liverpool, Bournemouth. They're not expected to beat Liverpool during the season, really. And they're probably saying, look, we're playing well. We're confident. We're at home. We're going to come at you. That type of way. They won't sit back. I can't see it. Ivan, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you. I don't think they're going to change. And this is a free shot for them, really. If it turns out for them and they get a win over us, it'd be great for them. I think it's great that we can rest so many of the first team players tomorrow, and hopefully maybe the likes of Harvey or Curtis or even Chiesa, I think, called out there if he has a good game and maybe forces his way into Saturday. But it's super important that we beat them. And I think if we both turn up, we should beat them. But if we're looking back on this on Monday and we've drawn, and Man City and Arsenal have drawn, it's not the end of the world. So there's other important games coming on the weekend.
Arsenal seem to be the only challengers, the realistic challengers.
I'm not ruling out City.
No, I think City. Well, City could beat Arsenal. It wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? Obviously, it'd be good. City to beat Arsenal would be a good result for us. There's no doubt about it. At this moment in time,
like when Pep can go around and spend what he has and buy players, in January when nobody else has done, and being able to strengthen and being the quality type of coach that he is, I'm sure he's been. Like he's got divorced because he's such a professional and so dedicated to football. So he's going to be looking at ways to come back and he'll see the points difference as a challenge. And if he was to come back and win the league this year, that'd be the best ever win.
That'd be the best ever league win in history, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? I can't see it. I just can't see it. But I think they could get top 4, no problem. I think they will get top 4. City. I wouldn't rule City. I'd say City will come in there with. Chelsea. You just don't know what's. I was going to say they're a bit Spursy, but they're not that bad. But they're, you just don't know what team. Bit Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. They've some squad, and then all of a sudden they just drop away. And so what do you think? Because
I think Chelsea he looked like he landed on a kind of a squad, having got rid of so many players, and then it kind of worked, and then he was changing a few things, and it's I wouldn't say it's fallen apart, but they're not getting the results that they would. I think for ourselves, I think if we go strong against Bournemouth, we should be looking to beat them, and it'll suit us. I think if they come out and have and play like we've been really good at the back, but having said that, we have given away the odd sloppy goal.
Silly goal,
really silly goals.
Silly goal. Switching off. I don't like that switching off. You're winning 3-4-0. You shouldn't really be switching. And I know Alisson does not like. He likes clean sheets. We all know Alisson likes clean sheets, so that would have annoyed him.
And they've been sloppy goals. They've been kind of either missed a tackle or they've been played in between the centre half and the full back. And that's where I think Bournemouth are really good. Your man Semenyo on the left is brilliant. Kluivert's running is superb. So they're going to cause us problems. And if we're not at it, we'll concede. That's for sure. There's no.
I think the key is we've got to be tight. I think midfield wins this game. Our midfield has been good, and it would be McAllister, Gravenberch, and obviously you'd say that'd be the starting three for that game. But I think it's going to be a tough one. It's a tight ground as well. It's not a big grid ground. It's what 30,000 fan base. They'd be screaming their heads off, full of vitality. But you know what I mean? we'll all be looking forward to it. Look, I'm going to go Liverpool to win 2-1. I just think if we turn up, I think the bench will make a difference, like a Nunes, Chiesa, those type players on the bench, the 5 sub rule. We'll have a better bench. We have a better team than Bournemouth, guys. Let's be real. We're a better team overall. The whole shebang. We're on top of the league. If you want to win a league, these are the games you've got to win.
100%.
No, 100%. 100%. And when you look at what the teams that Bournemouth have beaten at the Vitality this season, they've beaten City, they've beaten Arsenal. They're going to be a very, very tough team to play against. But just be thankful. I know we're obviously speaking about Chelsea a wee while ago. Just be thankful that we don't have Robert Sanchez in goal. Honestly, I don't understand why Chelsea have gone for a third choice Brighton goalkeeper. Because, you know, this is the thing that separates Liverpool and Chelsea. We've got a very, very good goalkeeper. They don't.
Yeah. We've got 2 good goalkeepers. They don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't walk into their team. I mean, they're just, as you say. But look, as I say, we said at the very start of it, we just got to worry about ourselves. If we turn up and we play, we'll win 90% of the games, and that will be enough at the end of the day. You know that type of way. Injuries, we can't control them. I know I seen Gomez back in training today, which is a big plus for us. Jota's still missed, I think, next week. He's not too far away, and it's not a big deal, but it's a niggle, and he'll probably get another niggle when he comes back anyways, because that's just the way it is. But I think for us, it's key is injuries to key players, the spine, the likes of Alisson, the likes of Van Dijk, the likes of Gravenberch, the likes of Salah. We can keep the spine fit. I think we win the league, lads.
Yeah, and I think I think the Fulham performance was excellent when we went down to 10 men, and we could have won that game. I think both performances against Forest, like we were very unlucky to lose to Forest, I think, in the first game, and we could have beaten them. So there's definitely been games where we've had really close chances, and if the first one had gone in, we may have gone on and maybe won or not lost them. So I think we're in a great spot, and again, I think it's just game by game, get this one out of the way, move on to the next one. But we're, as you said, Dave, at the start, like we're into it's getting serious now, and tomorrow night's the last kind of free throw of the dice. Yeah. After that, it's you know, you're picking your team, you're hoping for no injuries, and it's you know, one game, 2 games a week, and hoping nobody gets a knock, and you're picking up the 3 points, or you're getting into the next stage, the whatever cup we stay in, you know.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's why it's so important. And that's why another reason I don't think he's even going to buy anybody. What is it, 3rd of February, I think is the window. Now, you could get someone sneakily in, but I did a podcast yesterday with Peter M. Smith. He's a big Liverpool fan, of course, and even he was saying to me, like, you know, you don't want to bring anybody in too late either to disrupt the whole bloody, you know, team bus or, you know, dressing room as well. And you could bring someone in that could do that. You never know, you know what I mean?
And I think now with the Champions League the way it is now, and with the quality in the UEFA, or sorry, the Europe and the Conference League, nobody's selling decent players. You know, nobody's. We're seeing very little business. Like even the players that City have bought. Like, I think the lad from I think he's Kazakhstani, or he's from one of the Russian states. He's only a kid, like, do you know what I mean? So. Like, you're not gonna see a Van Dijk moving or a Suarez or anything like that. They don't happen anymore. You know, January is becoming less and less important unless you have a massive injury and you really have to.
You're forced, unless it forces your hand and you have to pay over the odds, and it's nearly an emergency. But I think that's only where you'll see it. I'm not ruling Liverpool out getting someone before the 3rd of February, but it's unlikely. And even another thing I was saying last night, which is real. Because of the way we play, we're not as gung-ho, we're not as heavy metal. I was saying last night, we're more like Def Leppard, not AC/DC. We're much softer, easier on the eye, less, you know, on the guitars and the drums. We're more, I wouldn't say doing the moonwalk, but you know what I mean? Yeah, no, easier on the stage. Yeah. And I think that's a lot to do with why we haven't had as many injuries.
I think we're more controlled. I think we're more controlled through the midfield. Yeah, I think we're more controlled through the midfield. You know, with under Klopp, it was usually going out to sort of Salah, Mane, and the, you know, sort of cutting in inside. But more of our play now is probably through the, you know, the midfield. And I think when you look at our midfield three as well, Grav, Maka, and Shobo, you know, they've been very, very good this season. And you know, I think when you look at you look at this game coming up, you know, that midfield battle will be very, very key because they've got some good midfielders as well, Bournemouth. But one of the things that I do remember, they have a certain Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. So I'm really, really hoping that we take long shots because he's conceded the most long shots this season.
Szoboszlai to score the winner. There you go. He loves his long shots.
He's got an incredible shot on him, incredible shot.
Look, I know we're nearly bypassing the PSV game, and it is tomorrow night. We will have a mixed team. It's going to be even hard to call the team tomorrow night. But if everyone's fit, everybody's ready to rock and roll. Obviously, Gomez, I think this game comes too quick for him anyway. And we know Jota's out. But the starting 11 for Bournemouth, I mean, this is the big one. As you say, City play Arsenal, so even for Arsenal to get something out, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for us. So our job at 3 o'clock is to get the 3 points on the board. You're obviously Alisson in goal. You've got Kanate, Van Dijk. Are you going Robbo? Or are you going like Trent? Are you going with the famous back four? Are you going to put Tsimikas in there? Midfield three speaks for itself if everyone's fit. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister. I mean, that is the three if they're fit. That's just the way it is. Up front, slight different again. Obviously, Salah is a defo, an absolute defo. I mean, Gakpo's been unbelievable too, but he is good from the bench as well. He is good as an impact sub coming on. But I think Gakpo starts. And the other question is, does Luis Diaz start on the other side? I mean, would you go with that team?
Well, I don't. There's very little you can separate between Robertson and Szoboszlai. So to me, it's Robbo's levels have dropped a little bit, and I think he's been caught out once or twice. I still don't think Tsimikas. Pardon me, Tsimikas. Yeah. I still don't think Tsimikas is the best fullback in the world. He's a good kind of substitute for him. So to me, it doesn't make much of a difference there. Like it's the same team as you said. They've Nunes from the bench for me seems to be the best option.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be around next season. I don't think he's rated him from the start. Like he didn't start a game for a very long time, and I think he's set on Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah as his front three, and they've been doing it for him. So that would be it for me. You know.
What would you, Doug? I mean, the front three is a big one. I mean, would you keep Diaz in there? Got a little bit off form in the last.
He has gone off a wee bit of form, but you know, that December form, he was on fire. He was, you know, scoring for fun, along with Gakpo and obviously along with Salah. But I think tomorrow's team will probably look at that. You'd probably see Nunes start. You'd probably see Gakpo start. You'd probably see obviously Chiesa start as well. But I think just continuity for me would be the key. For me, I think it's Gakpo, Diaz, and Salah all the way up front on Saturday, and then left back again. Look, obviously as a Scotsman, you know, obviously I will defend Andy Robertson to the hill and back, but he has been very, very shaky this season. I think it's safe to say. And you know, Tsimikas, you know, I'm not the biggest Tsimikas fan. But you know, he's been solid. He has been solid. And then I think it speaks for itself. Trent definitely right back. So I think the only question marks really are sort of, does Diaz come in? Does Gakpo start ahead of Nunes? I think Gakpo will start ahead of Nunes, and I think it'll probably be Robbo and I think it's Tsimikas tomorrow and then Robbo on Saturday.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to call you out on 2 results. Try to score 2 scores. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to go PSV 1-1. 1-1 will win us the whole thing, the group. It won't be easy. I mean, PSV could easily beat us tomorrow night if they go strong, which they probably will. But I've never predict Liverpool to lose a game. So I'm going to say 1-1. And Bournemouth on the weekend's a bit tougher and a bit tighter. Won't be a huge amount in it. I'd say 2-1 to the Reds against Bournemouth.
I got 2-2 tomorrow because I think we're going to be. I'm curious about what the back four is going to look like. I think we probably will score, and at the weekend, I think we'll concede, but I think we might win 3-1.
Wow, Doug.
Oh yeah.
Doug's downgrading it now. Look.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah, like tomorrow could be any score. I'll go 3-2. I'll go 3-2 us. And then Saturday, I think 3-1. I think 3-1 against Bournemouth.
To the Reds.
Of course,
To the
yes.
Reds. Yeah. Look, let's hope. As I say, tomorrow night's going to be interesting just to see what the 11 is and if any kids play, how well they play and all that. No injuries. And then all eyes on the Vitality on Saturday for the big one. And then Arsenal City, we're looking at that as well. Is that the Sunday game, Arsenal City?
Yeah, half four.
That's
half
the
four
Super
Sunday.
So think about it. 5 o'clock Saturday. If you get the 3 points in the bag against
Great
Bournemouth,
weekend.
all the pressure heaps onto Arsenal for Sunday. You know what I mean? That's our job. Get the win and see what happens, isn't it, guys?
100%.
Yeah, I think.
Well, absolute. Go on, sorry, go ahead.
I think the thing with us as well, and the thing with Arsenal as well. There's going to be more drop points along the way. I think it's the safest thing to say. But I think with Arsenal, I look at their games coming up, and there's some games in there where you think, yeah, they could potentially drop points. Obviously, City coming up as well. They've obviously dropped points against Aston Villa as well. I'm amazed they haven't signed anyone this January. I'll be honest.
They still could. They still could.
They still could, yeah. They still could. Their fans are being very, very pessimistic about that anyway. But if you believe all the conspiracy theories against referees against Arsenal, it's all we have to do is just focus on our job. Don't worry about what Arsenal or anybody else is doing. And we'll focus on what we do. And we should go to this league and win it.
Yeah. Let's hope, as I say, injuries permitting, bit of luck and all that type of thing. But if we play and turn up like we have for the last 22 games, we should be okay. In Arne Slot, we trust. We'll leave it there. PSV tomorrow night, big one on Saturday against Bournemouth. The Reds are in a great place. Thanks to Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Check out Doug. Doug, have you anything to say? Anything coming up on your channel in the next few days?
I'm trying to sort of get back into a wee schedule because I have taken a bit of a back seat. I wasn't very well over the festive period, so it's sort of recovering and sort of getting back into it. So just trying to sort of work out a schedule at the moment. But yeah, I'll be back on my channel very, very soon with more content. So yeah, come check me out.
Brilliant. So Doug, thanks very much for popping on. Ivan, as usual. Absolute legends. Guys in the comments, we've nearly 40 people in. Hit the like, hit the share, give us a sub, and show us you care. Let's win this league. Let's go. Cheers, guys. You'll never walk alone. Enjoy your evening.